And hello again to everyone. Our regular segment answers to your questions. The next question that our customers often ask is the ongoing problem with Achilles tanks. These fish very finicky, and that statistically they are generally sold a lot, particularly in the USA. But in aquariums you can see them very rarely because practically 90% of these fish die in the first month, at most 2. That is, I have acquaintances who are experienced aquarists with large aquariums. So it's a huge aquarium, and still the Achilles boa doesn't survive. It dies within the first few weeks, and the first signs are that it simply gets covered with Oudinium cryptocaryon. But again, this is a visible symptom of poor conditions or inadequate feeding. So the main problem with the Achilles tang is that is accustomed to eating the most ideal food. That is, in the ocean where they live, they inhabit near the reef and feed only on algae. In rare cases, they find some small crustaceans. And when you place this fish in your aquarium, after some time, you notice that its appetite worsens. That is, at first it eats well, then it eats poorly. It gets covered in spots, starts hiding, and dies literally within 3 to days. So it's a paradox. The fish eats well and everything is fine initially, but then it becomes unwell. Pay attention to what you are feeding these fish. Why do many selling websites write for experts only? Because it implies that this fish will be fed separately on a special diet. That is, they cannot be fed with general food that is suitable for for example, wrasses or triggers, which can eat anything. This means animal food enriched with proteins. Achilles cannot eat like this. It dies very quickly. Yes, gradually your Achilles, if it has survived this period and you have been feeding it with good plant-based food, preferably natural algae, such as, for example, some colerpa, that is what you can offer it. Or it's wonderful if you have a lot of growths on the reef. Well, of course, it doesn't look very nice and it's bad for the corals, but for the Achilles, it will be a great start. That is, it will, so to speak, fatten up on these algae, and gradually you will be able to transition it to artificial food. That is gradually mixing in, so to speak, a bit of protein-enriched food, such as in the form of brine shrimp. That is, the maximum you can give him is brain width, that is, at first. That is, just let it get used to it. Initially it gets stressed and releases a lot of ammonia. That is, the ammonia poisons it, meaning it mainly dies because you overfeed it with too nutritious food. For the first day, I wouldn't recommend feeding it at all, even though it might try to eat something. Just give it a rock with some growths so it can nibble on the algae, and then you have at least some chance that your Achilles will get used to, adapt, and survive in your aquarium. Goodbye, everyone.